Okay, I record. Sorry. Okay, never mind. If I move to page 1, then it will be recorded. Okay. So at least you have all this. Can I not?
Can, miss.
Yes.
Can, yes.
Can I?
Can.
At least you have all this in your, then it's okay. So this is something that we have learned before. Can I not? Okay.
Can, miss. Okay.
Yeah. So this will be good enough. Sorry. Okay. So now I want to teach you something called sign diagram. Okay. Sign diagram. Have you ever heard of this? So we are going to draw a sign diagram of a function. Okay, so now I'm going to use this as well to teach you how to draw a sign diagram. You have this in your graphic
Wait,
calculator.
miss?
Huh?
Are we doing this on our calculator for this?
Huh?
Are we doing this thing on our calculator?
No. I'm going to teach you how to draw a sign diagram manually first. Okay, you cannot trust your graphic calculator fully, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to draw a sign diagram for a given function. So first, you draw. So our domain here, okay, I got given a domain. So when you sign diagram, that means first you have to prepare your x-axis. So this is your x-axis and your domain start from -3 to 2. Okay, why I put dotted? Because 2 is not included. So this is the first step, and this is your x-axis. Are you clear? Second step, you have to find the x-intercept. Okay. So we have found the x-intercept for this one, correct? Can you tell me what is the x-intercept? So that is where your notes come in. You don't come into my class without your note. Okay, Brendan, can you tell me what is the x-intercept for this function? Last week we do. Brendan? Brendan?
Yeah.
Wait. That's why your notes put it nicely.
Make y 0 what?
Huh?
Make y 0.
Yeah, make y0 lah. I want to know the answer, okay? Yeah, I know, make y0. So what is the answer? So we have x to the power of 4 plus 4x cubed plus 2x squared. You don't worry, exam, I won't make you find the x-intercept so difficult, okay? Equal to 0. So still remember, we write like that. Then after that, we have the cubic. Then after that, from the cubic, I write as another one, then make it quadratic. Am I right?
Correct.
Correct, definitely lah. I have my notes with me in front of me. So we know that there are 3 x-intercept, correct? Am I right? So after you get the x-intercept, okay, then So, so this one is, yeah. So first prepare the x-axis, then find the x-intercept. That means you put y equal to 0, you look for the x. Then for third step, you mark the x-intercept. -2, -√2, and √2. All right? Hello? So you have this. Yeah. So I just want to ask question. This is out. May I know what is if I call this fx? Okay. May I know what is the value of f√2? What is the value of y when x equal to √2? Calvin. Calvin, you better answer me.
I don't know.
Calvin, do you know or not?
Did you don't know?
You tell me you don't know, correct? Do you know how irresponsible that answer is? If you answer me, you don't know, that means you don't know what is this, no? Calvin, have a look at the second step. How can you tell me that you don't know what is the value of y when x equal to √2? I don't think I'm too much. Am I right, class?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know what is the value of y when x equal to √2, that means you don't understand this part at all.
Miss, I think I have the answer.
I know. I purposely want to ask Calvin. To let Calvin, you please look carefully, Calvin. That's why I say when you do maths, correct, you cannot multitask. You really cannot multitask. You have to stay focused every step that I say. I can't even multitask. If not, after that, I will explain the wrong thing. I tell you. Calvin, have a look at second step and tell me. Because in the exam, I can give you the sign diagram and I ask you for this. So this is my sign diagram for fx.
Yeah, I was calculating 0, 0.
You don't have to calculate, young man. This is the x-intercept. So the y must be 0. Whatever you mark here other than the domain, all these are the x-intercept. Okay, Calvin, tell me what is f-2? It just happened Calvin was speak. Okay, Calvin, you don't have to feel bad. Now you know. Yeah, Calvin, what is f-2? You don't have to calculate, please.
No need calculate, man. I legit don't understand.
Okay, can someone in the class tell Calvin why Miss Do said no need to calculate?
Because x-intercept is means y is 0. It's always going to be 0.
This is 0 also, is it?
Yeah lah, because -2 is the x-intercept. So the y coordinate must be 0.
It crosses to the line.
Calvin, Miss Do, go back to the graph. This is your -2.
I know it, because it's the x-intercept.
Hello? So now you know. So you see, it's good that I asked you, correct? Okay, tell me another value of x that will make y equal to 0. Calvin, the rest listen carefully. Your turn will come. Calvin, Tell me another value of x that will make y equal to 0. What is this value? So you get from the sign diagram, you also can tell me all this. I can ask in the exam for the quiz. I can ask you, state the value of x that, or state the x-intercept based on the sign diagram above. Hurry up, Kelvin.
Not -2.
Negative
-2 can
Negative-
negative square root
Negative
2.
2 is here already.
No, negative square root 2.
Correct. Thank you. At least you learn something, correct? If I don't ask, you learn or not? So when teacher asks you in class is to test your understanding. So please answer, right or wrong, never mind. We learn together. Okay, you get me? So this is how you interpret the value that is stated on the sign diagram. Okay, so we have done with that. We know that whatever we mark on the line, other than the 2n, they are the x-intercept for the function. Okay, so fourth step. We are going to determine the sign for each region. Okay, you tell me how many regions are there in this sign diagram? How many regions? Cindy? The x-intercept has divided the interval of x between -3 and 2 into how many regions? Cindy, answer.
3, is it?
3 regions. Okay, I count for you. Region A, region B, region C, region D. How many regions?
4.
4 regions. Okay, so now we want to determine the sign. Okay, so how we determine the sign? So for region A, I have to substitute a value of x into the function to get the value of y. So what value of x will I use for region A? Okay, what value of x will I use for region A? Esther Chong,
Yes, miss.
don't answer my question. What value of x will I use for region A?
-2.
-2, young man, young lady, region A is here. -2 is here. Do you think you are using the right value of x?
2 and
2 is here. So try not to use the 2. This is 1.414. So give me a value, faster.
square 2.
Huh?
Square 2.
2
Yeah.
or 1.5, better. If I have a number line, if I have a number line like that, 1.14 here. Here is my 2. So what is the number in between I can choose?
1.5.
Okay, 1.5. So I choose x equal to 1.5. So I want to know when x equal to 1.5, what is my fx? So what method to use? Esther? Esther, you got calculator or not? Graphic calculator or not?
No.
No.
Yeah.
But you remember I teach you how to use a graphic calculator or not?
Yes.
If I got a specific, so you tell me what should I press? There's a green button. Huh? You quit from the graph, you have to press alpha trace. You see, if I give you a computer game, do I need to teach you how to play? How to score high point for the computer game? Do I need to, class? I don't have to, correct? Then you choose your Y1. Then you put in 1.5. Okay, can someone tell me what is the answer?
3.0625.
3.0625. So this is greater than 0, correct? So that means my Y is positive. Am I right? So the sign here, I put positive. That means it tell me that for my X between root 2 to 2, my graph is above the X-axis. So let's go back to the graph that we have, correct or not? So now you know the positive signs on the sign diagram, what does it represent? It's telling you the Y value is greater than 0. Are you clear? So the graph will be above the X-axis. Okay, part B, region B. What value of X must I choose? Now I very clever. Last time I put the value, now I don't want. Glady, Wong. What value of X must I choose to test the sign for region B?
Mr.
Hmm?
May I ask why I key in the calculator, I cannot find 3.0625.
Okay, is your function correct? Is your
Yes,
function correct?
yes.
Okay, did you quit from your Y equal function?
No, still here.
No, you have to quit from there.
How to quit?
How to quit?
Okay, I see.
You see, all of you. Okay, second mode, then you quit. Then only you go to alpha trace. Any function key, if you don't want to use it, you have to come out from the function. After you key in the function, you have to come out from the function. Then only you can do another program. Are you clear?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so alpha trace and Y1, then I key in 1.5.
Yeah, then put enter.
That's it.
Yeah,
But it's negative.
cannot be negative. If you get negative, that means your function is wrong. You go back to your function. See whether you key in your function correctly or not.
Press the Y equals, then it is the function, right?
X, A, is your Y1 with this inside?
Yeah, yes.
Sure. I don't think so, lor. Okay, never mind. I do. To make sure. For you sure your function is perfectly correct? No missing number?
Plus.
Or my function is wrong?
Is it at the Y1?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's correct.
Sure. Okay, then the person who give me 3.0625, but it give me positive value is definitely correct. Okay. Hello?
You key in the -3 greater than X.
No need. Okay, you have the function in Y1, correct?
Yes.
Then you put second mode, you exit from there. Then you put alpha trace. You put alpha trace. Alpha trace. Do you do alpha trace?
Yes.
Y1. Then you key in bracket 1.5. Then you put enter. Huh? I got 7.
Okay, okay.
Oh, no. I'm with the wrong. Yeah. Wrong formula.
Okay, I got it already.
Yeah. So you see, okay. So now, yeah. You see, Glady, for region B, what should I put? The value of X?
-1.
Yeah, fair. So F -1. Okay, I don't have to ask you already. I just key it in. Okay. -1. Okay, I got -1 also, right? So the value of Y is less than 0, so negative sign. So I put the negative sign down there. So I know that my graph is below the x-axis. Okay, then for region C, okay, what value of X must I put? Hafiz, Aiman,
Yes, miss.
give me the answer lah. Why yes, miss, yes, miss.
Negative 1.8.
Okay, negative 1.8 up to you.
1.5.
So 1.5 is also okay. It doesn't matter. Okay,
Doesn't have to be in
1.5.
between, doesn't need like, yeah, just in
As
between.
long as
number,
any value here, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so I put it. So I put negative 1.5, close. So I got positive. Am I right? (0.0625). So greater than 0, so positive. So the graph is above the x-axis. That's why just now I say this graph, you see this part very near, is above the x-axis. Yeah. So then after that I go region D. Okay, what value of X must I put in? So I want to make sure. Okay, Hao Shen. Don't please give me the answer. Wait, I wait. What value of X must I put in to try?
Negative 2.5.
Okay, negative 2.5, fair. Okay, so F negative 2.5. Okay, you key in. Can someone tell me, is the answer positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive also, correct? The answer is 1.0625. So it's positive also. So it's positive. So this is called the psi diagram. So from the psi diagram, I can have the information of what? X-intercept. I can know whether my graph is above the x-axis or below the x-axis, and how to produce this. These are the steps. So when the graph come out by the graphic calculator, I can judge whether there is something not very clear there or not. Okay, so what can you think of? What else can I use with this graphic psi diagram? What else can I use with this psi diagram? It can help me to do one more very important thing.
The number of turning point.
The number of turning point, not really. Not really. Not really. That is a good try. You can have a wild guess of number of turning point possible? Yeah, but not really.
The shape of the graph.
Yeah, it can help you to plot the graph, yes, because you know above or below. What else it can help you to solve? Can anyone think of a question that I can solve using this side diagram? I said the question, you see whether you can use a side diagram or not and do. Find the interval or intervals of the value of x that find the intervals or intervals of the value of x for fx greater than 0. So which region will you choose?
ACD.
ACD, you straight away, isn't it? So if you got this side diagram, isn't it? It's very easy for you to solve inequality. Hello? ACD, correct? So that means my answer will be x between -3 to negative, cannot have equal because I want it to be greater than 0. And x cannot be -2. Am I right? Or x is greater than √2 but less than 2, because 2 is not part of the domain. So you have to be very careful of the sign. So this will be your answer. So that means, look, side diagram of a given function can give us a lot of information and can help us to solve inequality. Hello? So later we will use this side diagram of different function in chapter 3. Okay? So all the skill that I teach you here, it will be used. And remember, what is it used for and how to produce it with the help of your graphic calculator. So that's why graphic calculator is help us to count, to determine the sign quickly. So graphic calculator, it can help us to sketch the graph. It can help us to draw the sign diagram quickly. So that's why you use a graphic calculator. So how to draw a sign diagram for a given function? First, draw a x-axis within the domain given, then find the x-intercept, then mark down the x-intercept, determine the sign of each region by the help of your graphic calculator. Okay, have Miss Do tell you how good your graphic calculator is? So it's up to you to go and play around with it. You want to speed up your calculation? You want to speed up the way you draw your sign diagram? Please learn. Master it. Do it quickly. Okay, any question? Hello?
Okay, so what happens if I can only type in positive numbers into the window?
What do you mean by you take positive number into the window? You have problem with your negative number, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, wait. I want to tell you. You didn't pay attention in my first lesson when I teach you how to use the graphic calculator. I let your friend judge see whether I'm right or not. Do you know there's 2 different buttons in your graphic calculator?
Yes, there's the second and then there's the alpha, right?
Don't talk about second and alpha. Do you see these 2 buttons on your graphic calculator? Which button is for minus? Which button is for negative? You tell me.
Oh, so wait.
Oh.
There's
Did
a
I mention-
negative.
I say cannot interchangeable by your scientific calculator, correct?
Correct.
Right. You take my words for granted. Do you know not? Students never ever take your teacher's word for granted. When your teacher stress on that part, that means I know already a lot of students will. I didn't say. I just tell you, you negative, you use this button. I always give you the right thing one. If minus, you use this button. Am I right? Did I say any other thing? And I said, please don't interchange. That's it. For me, when I teach maths, I will not tell you the mistake that people make. I will tell you what is the right thing to do. Because if I tell you the mistake and you will do that mistake. Human are like that. Good thing, it takes us a long time to learn. Bad thing, no need. Once mentioned, everyone will do. Correct or not? That include me, okay? When I say human. Hello, young man?
Yes.
Young man?
Yes, I got it. I can finally type in.
That's why, you see, you know why I don't want to answer your question right from the very beginning? I know your error. I know your problem. So, hello?
Yes.
So if you don't want to have this kind of problem, every single thing that I mentioned is important in class. That's why I say when you study maths, correct, no multitask, please. Even I teach, I always tell myself, don't think of any other thing, just think of this thing so that you can teach properly. That is how I talk to myself. A teacher who have been teaching for 30 years talk to herself like that. How about you as a student? You want to tell me multitask? I tell you, okay, go ahead and you will see your maths result. The more you multitask, the more your maths result will drop. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I'm not saying insulting or whatsoever. I'm just telling you the truth. Class, okay, fine. One example, you learn it properly. It's better than I give you 10 examples, you make the mistake over and over again. So when you want to say practice make perfect, means you know your problem. So when you go through this again, you have to remind yourself not to make the same error again. That is called practice make perfect. If you make the same mistake, that means you are not practicing. Clear? Okay, class? One example, you go through 10 times. It's better than you do 10 examples. Make the mistake over and over again. Okay? So I will test you on this. Tomorrow, I tell you, I will call one by one. I will continue from just now my list. Okay? Class, pay
Eh.
attention. Then you will find that learning maths is not something that is so difficult. Thank you, class.
Miss,
Thank you, teacher.
Hey,
Yes.
teacher, have you started taking attendance?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, I can't seem to mark my attendance.
What time you come in?
Like 4:03.
4:03. There, the attendance is here. How come you cannot take your attendance? Text me.
Because
Text me your name, then I will mark for you. Okay, just text me, okay? Can or not?
Can.
Who are you?
Johan Iskandar.
Yeah, I saw your name there. Okay, I will mark you as present. Okay?
Miss,
Okay, thank you.
Hmm?
actually, what does it mean by intervals? It is like a range.
Okay, look, when I say interval, you have to, a certain value of x from one value lower to the highest. That's called interval.
Okay.
Another word can be range. But when we talk about function range, we are referring to the y value. So we can use this interchangeable. Hello? Interval, there. This is called an interval. From one value to another value, that's called interval.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Okay? Thank you, class.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss,
Yes?
yesterday when we're doing the graph, while we're using the calculator, you know the first curve when we go down, the first x-intercept, mine doesn't go over the x-axis. Mine stays,
Definitely.
but it's different from yours because I think I used my
Okay,
because I used the
okay.
graph calculator before. So I think
This part doesn't go
Yeah.
down. It's fair.
it doesn't go over the x-axis. It just stays on the line and then it
No,
goes straight
it
down.
touches.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
touches.
it's nothing wrong. What it touches what? There, this show. It's always
Oh.
positive.
It's because the graph you sketched on the previous slide, it went over the x-axis.
Are you sure?
If you
Okay,
can
never
you go
mind.
back?
So maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
No, yeah, okay.
Mm.
All right, thank you, Miss. Bye.
Okay.